Hi. So this weekend, I went camping, which is why this video was a day late. Wait, camping? You never mentioned this on your list of trips? That is true, I never did mention this, but that's because I didn't know about it when I made the video, and I'd actually didn't know about it, or had forgotten about it, last week during last vlog. So, that's why I'm only now telling you this. Now, last week's question was a question. I asked you to come up with questions for me to ask you a question this week, if you followed that. And so the question I'm thinking for this week is, what is your favorite mythological creature? Now, this question was submitted by The Hyena 42, and I chose this mainly because I think it's a cool question, because mythological creatures can be cool. And I also chose this because if I didn't choose it, he'd have to make me laugh, or do an evil laugh. And I don't really have an evil laugh. Well, I guess I do, I just can't force it. It's just something that you kind of just happen upon, like, you can't, it just happens. Anyways, back to the question. So, leave your answers to the question in the comment section below, and submit more questions. I'll let you guys know when the moderator module is back online, because for whatever reason it doesn't work on my channel. Because like the nickname things, like when you type in a nickname, it doesn't register, so it keeps having you submit a nickname. So it just doesn't work on my channel. Now for camping, we left Friday at 12 and got there around 5. It took us about 5 hours to get there, as you could probably tell. So we kind of set up camp, and then had dinner, and then went to bed. I should mention that we went camping in the Boundary Waters, so then on Saturday, when we woke up after breakfast, we then went out and started our canoe trip in the Boundary Waters, and brought some lunch with us, so we went over to the campsite and ate lunch, and then we came back around 3, and dried off some. Then we had dinner, and had puffy pies, and s'mores, ice cream, a lot of stuff. And what was kind of cool is I actually started the fire with one match. And apparently we were running it for so long last night, that then in the morning we used the embers, which were still kind of smoldering, to start the new fire. So I got a brief video of the fire I made. You guys see that red spot right there? Yeah, the metal casing around the fire is hot when you have a fire in there, so don't rest your arm on it. 2 other things. 1, the camping trip we went with was kind of for a church thing, so I mean, that's why we went camping. And then number 2. 2 weeks ago when I did the 10th video celebration video, that week during it, I had actually gotten into this thing of making stop motions, which I've actually found to be really entertaining. So here's one I made for church service.
God, you know that guy, Job, the one who fears you? I bet you will curse you if you let me control what happens to him. Satan.
Dear Satan, you may affect what happens to Job, but do not lay a finger on him. Sincerely, God.
Bad news, Job. The Sabaeans came in and attacked. They killed the servants and took the donkeys and oxen. I am the only survivor. Sir, I have something terrible to report. The sheep and servants caught on fire. I am the lone survivor. Job, something terrible has happened. The camels were just out grazing when the Chaldeans came in and attacked. They killed the servants and took away all the camels. I am the only one who remained alive. Awful news, sir. Your sons and daughters were out feasting and drinking when the house just collapsed. I am the only one alive.
Dear God, please forgive me for fearing you. Amen.
Now don't be expecting me to make a lot of these stop motions, but I will definitely make other ones occasionally, so. By the way, do you guys like puffy pies?
Pudgy pies rock and pudgy pies roll. Bad for the body, but they're good for the soul. Eat them in the morning and eat them at night. Eat them until your pants are too tight. Pudgy pies rock and pudgy pies roll. Bad for the body, but they're good for the soul. Have one.